All right. So I made a video about LeBron James. I think it's only fair to talk about the one and only Michael Jordan and who he's the GOAT, man. He's the GOAT, bro. Listen, the one thing I love about Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Tom Brady is that you can talk about them in the sports context, but their mentalities and their work ethics and of course everybody has work ethic. You're a professional athlete, so of course you have some level of work ethic, but it's more about the mentality of how they go about it and how that can translate to other aspects of life, and essentially kind of like you can find similar success because it was all in your mind the entire time. You get it? So when it comes to Michael Jordan, he's born February 17th, 1963. So he is an 11 life path, 8 cat, and he is literally the epitome of it, man. They used to call him the Black Cat. Boom, right there. They used to call him the Black Cat. As I wore my Black Cat Force today, as my freaking friend and business partner found 3 black cats. I'm telling you guys, this shit gets glitchy. Reality gets glitchy. He is like the epitome of what it means to be a cat on the court. Doesn't give a fuck about anybody. Literally high flying, freaking graceful. That's what it's like to be a cat, bro. They said he'd fly in the air, and he literally epitomizes that. But I go to say all this because there's a psychology to winning. It's like no, but in all reality there is, and you listen to stories about Michael Jordan from Tim Grover who trained Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? You hear these stories and you kind of understand that there's a level of it might be too strong of a word, but insanity to it. There's a level of just complete and utter winning, for lack of a better term, to to accomplish the goal, and it's this insatiable thirst to just freaking win. And when I hear these stories and when I like really try to understand it, I'm like, keep it a stack. Like, there's levels to this shit, and I'm finding ways to continuously dive deeper. That's what my previous video was. Dive and dig deeper to really get at the core of how can I bring out to that level people who are billionaires, people who are millionaires, very 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 wealthy people. They have these type of mentalities, literally. That's why I'm saying it translates to all different aspects because it's all mental. And just even from a basketball perspective of it all, like literally, I think Michael Jordan's GOAT case still is very strong. I think LeBron literally LeBron makes a good case. I really do believe, and I don't think he needs 6 championships necessarily to beat him. A lot of people are gonna hold that over his head, but that's also like I think about the parallel between Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady. It's like you can have all the numbers, but if you have, I mean, Tom Brady has the numbers and the ring, so it's a little bit different in that case. But the numbers could also have the value of, I would say, a ring. And truthfully, like, you also have to think about it in terms of eras, where in consistent eras, titles, like teams like get less titles. Like I think we look at um Kareem had 6, then Magic had 5, and then Jordan had 6, right? Jordan got 6. Kobe had 5. Duncan had 5. LeBron 4. Steph 4. Like, the parity in the league is changing, so it is more difficult, like, especially for future players that are going to make this argument. But within his era, I mean, 4-6 is rough. 4-6 is rough. But if he does go ahead and do Philly, and wins one chip out of these next 2 years, I think there's a conversation, like a actual conversation. But until then, I think just simply for the fact that Michael Jordan's just always just gonna have this level. He's an 11 life path, bro. He's an 11 life path. Like LeBron's gonna compete with the master number. You know what I'm saying? That's how I view it as well. It's like just energetically, there's no beating that. You know what I'm saying? There's no beating. I mean, there is, but like just from what Michael Jordan represents is just pure is literally pure 11 energy right there. You know, especially as a cat. You know, LeBron's a 1-3 rat. Like, yeah, you're born in 28th, but that's also to his detriment as his go case as well because LeBron's a businessman, and that's the thing too. I feel like LeBron at times, I don't know why, but I feel like sometimes basketball is, and his numbers tell me that his energy. Basketball is more of like also not more. I'm not going to say that, but there's also an element of business that, however little percentage it be, takes a little nick at basketball. So I can't say LeBron is 100% basketball because there's a business aspect to this all where business is business, and there's money to be made. So he's always mindful of that. Jordan, that's why, shit. Jordan hoop. Yeah, the shoes or whatever. He gambled. He coped. He had his copes. He bro had his copes, but I guess we all do, man. But yeah, I'm just really just chatting, man. I felt like just talking about Michael Jordan, just really his mentality, his energy. That's his energy is what really stands out to me, especially when you look at Kobe Bryant, who's another 11 life path, and how they parallel each other. Cat horse, you know, I'm a cat and a horse here. I just find that dynamic to be very interesting, especially thinking about it now that in my life and what my life represents and understanding the energies of my family, how I was given a horse sister as a cat. So it's kind of like, in a way, I'm Michael Jordan, my sister's Kobe. It's like, yeah, my sister's gonna do great things, but she ain't gonna be Michael Jordan, man. She's not gonna beat Michael Jordan. So, and I'm just it's just I just really thought about that right now, and it's really interesting, that cat horse dynamic, because I think I talked about in a previous video how we select our parents. I mean, shit, the same thing has to go for your siblings. Same thing has to go for your siblings. So, as I'm making this parallel comparison now, I'm like, okay, like that's literally the same dynamic I'm feeling, and I feel like in this horse here, I feel like this horse here has kind of been like beneficial to me. I mean, it's a one universal year, so new beginnings and everything, but like I feel like the energy is different for me in this horse year than it would be in a different year. I don't know. I can't confirm that, but that's just how I'm feeling. But that's pretty much it. I just think, you know, sports, numerology, any other connections that come to the top of mind right there. Nah, cat horse, 11-1. Hey man, hey man. That's just kind of how I view all these things. And especially like when I think about LeBron trying to fill in those Jordan shoes, and you guys know, man. LeBron's my guy. But like I said, energetically, that's tough. Cats were the pinnacle, bro. Michael Jordan, cat. Lionel Messi, cat. John Jones, cat. Tom Brady's a snake, but that's fine. But shit, the most popular sport in the world, soccer, the best player, the GOAT, is a cat. Basketball, not as big as soccer, of course. You football heads, y'all got that, y'all got that. But basketball is an international sport. Cat, top of it. Football, American sport, snake. That's cute at all. But and then UFC, which is another. It's more niche, of course, but it's a worldwide competition. Anybody can fucking get in the octagon. It don't matter who you are, where you're from. So, and he's a cat. So I just find that interesting, man. We're literally peak. So